Welcome back to Thread and Petal, everyone. Got a few old tops sitting idle in your wardrobe because you no longer wear them? Don't toss them out just yet. With just a few basic sewing tools and a touch of ingenuity, you can effortlessly upcycle them into charming one-of-a-kind pieces. In today's video, I'll be sharing 4 effortlessly simple ways to revamp your old garments, ranging from ruching and pearl embellishments to delicate pleating, all of which can easily be done right at home. Who knows, by the end of this video, you might just feel inspired to grab an old shirt and give it a try yourself. Let's dive straight into the first tip. Tip 1. Creating a ruched hemline. This top has been lingering unworn in my closet for quite some time, so today I'm going to give it a fresh spin by fashioning a ruched detail along the hem. All you'll need is a needle and thread to execute this swift transformation. To start, pass your needle through the fabric in a series of continuous vertical stitches, exactly as shown. With just a little patience, the gathered, ruched effect will gradually take shape. Simple enough, right? A quick tip I'd love to pass along for this step. Avoid stitching a long stretch before pulling the thread. Instead, work in shorter segments, gently gathering the fabric as you go before moving on to the next section. This technique makes pulling the thread far smoother, eliminates unnecessary tension, and yields much more uniform gathering. If you have an old top lying around at home, would you give this a try? Drop a comment below to let me know. And just like that, our first trick is complete. Simply snip off the excess thread, tie off a securing stitch, and you're done. Now join me as we move on to the second tip. Tip 2. Creating a pearl embellished side seam. For this piece, instead of ruching, I'll be elevating the silhouette with delicate pearl embellishments running along both side seams. First, we need to map out where the pearls will go. To do this, measure roughly 8 centimeters down from the armhole, then 11 centimeters inward from that point. Next, draw a horizontal guideline to mark the exact placement. Once everything is marked out, we're ready to start stitching. What sets this step apart is that rather than running standard stitches, you'll be threading a pearl onto each alternating stitch. Continue this seamless rhythm of stitching and embellishing until you reach the end of your guideline. Once you reach the final purl, simply draw the thread taut to pull the beads closely together, then tie off a securing stitch to lock everything in place. Don't you think these pearl accents lend the shirt an undeniably feminine and elevated touch? If this design speaks to you, leave a tip 2 in the comments so I know. And with that, our second trick is wrapped up. Now let's move on to an even more intriguing variation. Tip 3. Creating pleated details. Along the hem, for this trick, I'll be introducing delicate pleats along the hemline to give the top a softer, more dimensional focal point. First, pinpoint and mark the exact area where you want the pleats to fall. Here, I'm measuring roughly 15 centimeters inward from the side seam toward the center of the hem. Next, carefully fold the fabric into neat pleats, securing them in place using simple running stitches. Depending on your personal aesthetic, you can easily adjust the number of pleats to achieve your ideal silhouette. But I didn't stop there. To really elevate the hemline, I'm adding a row of pearls along the pleats before stitching everything firmly into place. It's such a subtle touch, yet it completely transforms the look of the top, wouldn't you agree? If you're still tuning in at this point, drop a comment letting me know which tip is leading the pack as your absolute favorite. I'm dying to see which one takes the crown. And don't go anywhere just yet, because we still have one final trick up our sleeve. Tip 4. Combining ruching and pearl accents at the neckline. For our final trick, I'll be gathering the fabric right along the neckline, paired with delicate pearl embellishments to create a striking focal point. To begin, fold the neckline in half and mark your desired length for the gathered effect. Next, run your stitches in sequence following the instructions, threading a pearl into place with each stitch. Once you've stitched to the end, gently pull the thread to create the gathered effect. Adjust the fabric slightly so the ruching sits evenly, then tie off a securing stitch to lock it in place. And just like that, our final trick is wrapped up. With nothing more than a needle, thread, and a few pearls, these old tops have been completely transformed in entirely unique ways. If you found these upcycling tricks helpful, Don't forget to like and subscribe to Thread and Petal to show your support. Every like and comment gives me the push to share even more great sewing tips with you. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. If you have an old top sitting in your wardrobe, give one of today's 4 methods a try. See you in the next video from Thread and Petal.